Hello, and welcome to Celestial Astrology, and thank you for joining me for this Astro Mindfulness exercise. This exercise is to align you with the energy of the lunar penumbral eclipse, which is happening on the 5th of May 2023. This eclipse is the last of a series of eclipses that have been happening in the Scorpio area of the chart. So if you're familiar with your own chart, you can have a look at the chart and see what area of your life this has been working in. And if not, you can know that for Scorpio or Taurus, if that's your sun sign, your moon sign or your rising sign, and also for Leo and Aquarius signs, these series of eclipses will have caused some deep transformation and changes in their lives. But also if you've got any planets in any of these signs, you would have been affected by them. And this series of eclipses started in May 2022. So there's an energy of culmination about this eclipse. This is bringing things to a close in this series that started in May 2022. So you might like to think about what started then and is now coming to a close. So I'd like you just to relax, settle comfortably into your chair or where you're sitting or lying. Just bring your attention to your breathing. You don't have to alter your breathing in any way. Just become aware of the air entering your body, whether it enters through your nose or your mouth, travelling through your body, bringing oxygen to every cell in your body, and then exiting. You might like to notice at what point it enters and leaves. Maybe you notice the texture, how hot or cold or warm it feels. Maybe you notice where it starts and ends in your body, whether your chest rises and falls, whether your abdomen rises and falls. Just notice. You might like to let your eyes fall gently closed, or just let them gaze down. Just maybe do a body scan starting from your crown to search for any areas of tension. Starting with your head, maybe in your jaw, your neck or your shoulders might be holding some tension. Sometimes if we clench the muscles and then release, that can help just to relieve that tension. And sometimes just by bringing our attention to it, by intentionally focusing on it, by thinking, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Is it sharp? Is it soft? Is it round? How big is it? You might be able to ease some of that tension just by bringing your intentions and meeting it where it is. Move on down through your body, down through your arms and your chest, your stomach and abdomen, and your hips, and down through your legs, knees and feet. see if you can release any of that tension, or at least accept it as a part of yourself. And now that we've noticed it's there, we're going to let it pass and return our attention to our breathing. And if thoughts invade your focus on your breathing, as thoughts often do, that's okay. This is part of a mindfulness practice, to just let those thoughts pass, like clouds, or wild animals even. Just let them pass. You can notice them, and then let them go. See if you can practice not engaging with them. Just let them pass. And we'll turn our focus to the full moon. At this time of the lunar eclipse, the moon is full, and the earth is between the moon and the sun. And that's what creates the shadow that falls upon the earth, as part of the sun's light causing the reflection to the moon, and the angle that the moon is at to the earth creates a shadow that doesn't happen every full moon. And that shadow is visible in parts. And thinking about what that shadow means for us. This is a time of something culminating, coming to a conclusion. And from the astrology, we can see that it's something emotional, that there's an emotional catharsis happening here, that there's a vulnerability, that the moon and its ruler Mars are not in a happy, healthy place where they can express themselves well, but that they're exploring and supporting each other. So there is a mutual support here. And so there is support for you when you're able to be vulnerable and address the emotional issues that are coming up now. And therefore there's healing available in the emotional matters that are coming to culmination for you. There could be potential conflict. If so, don't avoid this, as this would be necessary to bring that healing in. So just take a breath and open yourself to that possibility. And understand that everybody's doing their best. And think of ways that you could maybe be of support. With the South Node's position, there's some sense of loss here, some emptiness. There could need to be some letting go, either of an emotional need or an emotional prop, something that you've held on to that no longer is any good for you. There might be something that you're called to let go of, and if so, just let go of it. Let it go, because sometimes when one door closes, another door opens, and other times 2 or 3 doors may open. So if you feel that something's being asked of you, you're being asked to let go, then it's okay to allow that to happen. So again, breathe and allow that energy to be accepted within you. There's oppositions here from a stellium of planets in the stabilizing energy of Taurus. We have Uranus, which can be awakening. It can bring sudden shocks, revolutionary energy or risky energy. Don't take risks at this time, even if you feel called to. However, do lean into what you're being awakened to. Things occur to you, follow those breadcrumbs and see if you're being awoken to new realizations. The sun is there lighting this up for you. Mercury is still retrograding, is in the process of becoming a morning star and separating, and this signals change. Again, it's a chance for a rebirth. With this awakening energy from Uranus and the opportunity of rebirth from Mercury, you can lean into this change. You're being offered a chance to let go of the old and step into this new rebirth energy, where the old emotional past has come to a culmination and something new has been created from it. And in this stellium is the North Node, and that indicates the future energy that you're moving towards. And shortly Jupiter will enter this sign of Taurus, and he'll be getting ready to expand and help you grow whatever's being born here for you. Venus is squaring Neptune, and that's creating some illusions in our relationships. We have questions, and maybe we're on new emotional territory. We might need to clarify our boundaries. And this will prepare the ground before Venus herself moves within 2 days of the eclipse. So she'll be taking forward the lessons that we learn now at this time and bringing that eclipse energy when she moves into Cancer and meets with Mars in Cancer. And so you're looking at this new awakening as the sun is moving towards Uranus and things are coming to a head and your emotional ground is shifting beneath your feet and the shadow reaches its darkest point. And maybe then you begin to understand what these words mean for you. And at that point there's nothing to do, nothing to be done, just breathe. Eclipses aren't energy where you need to take action. They're a karmic redistribution where we're put back where we're meant to be, where events happen out of our control, where we're readjusted back onto the path that we're meant to be on, where we're shown what we need to be shown. And so events will guide you, All you need to do now is breathe and let these words wash over you. And after, just watch for the synchronicities that will make sense in the light of what you've heard. There's a good chance that so many other people around you will be going through the same thing. So it's important to remember to be kind to everyone around you, as everybody is struggling to readjust with this emotional disturbance. None of us are on our own with this. So maybe we can smile when we see this happening and just reach out to others. Send loving kindness to them. But for now, we see the shadow passing and the light starts to return. The sun shines brightly on the moon again, and the moon is in her glory of the full light. We breathe. We know that all is well. We know that these eclipses happen for us and not to us. We know that this is divine energy, divine, universal, celestial energy. That happens as above, so below, and brings us to our destiny and where we're meant to be in life. And so we just breathe again. Enjoy the light of the full moon. And return to the room that you're in. And just gently stretch out your fingers. Stretch your toes, wriggle your feet. And gently open your eyes. I really hope you find this Astro Mindfulness helpful to align you with the energy of the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. I'd love it if you could subscribe to the channel and if you would follow Celestial Astrology. I'm so grateful, obviously, as I'm growing a small business. This is really helpful. If you have any comments or questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much, and I hope the lunar eclipse is kind to you. Thank you. Bye.